Hello all. Today we are going to discuss about adaptive filters. Adaptive filters are commonly used in image processing to enhance or restore data by removing noise without significantly blurring the structures in the image. The adaptive filtering literature is vast and cannot adequately be summarized in short chapter. Then next is adaptive local noise reduction filter. Adaptive filter is performed on the degraded image that contains original image and noise. The mean and the variance are the two statistic measures that a local adaptive filter depends. Noise filtering is a set of processes that is performed to remove the noise content with the data acquired on construction and infrastructure sites. The 3D data content 3D data obtained need to be processed and then contain the noise should be eliminated or reduced. Our filter is to operate on a local region SXY. The response of the filter at any point x, y on which the region is centered is to be based on four quantities: a, g of x, the value of the noise image at x, y; second, sigma n square, the variance of noise corrupting f of x, y to form g of x, y; mn, the local mean of the pixels in SXY; and del sigma L square, the local variance of the pixel in SXY. We want the behavior of the filter to be as follows. If sigma n square is 0, the filter should return simply the value of g of x. This is the trivial zero noise case in which g of x, y is equal to f of x, y. If the local variance is high relative to sigma n square, the filter should return a value close to g of x, y. A high local variance typically is associated with edges and these to be preserved. If the two variances are equal, we want the filter to return the arithmetic mean value of the pixel in SXY. This condition occurs when the local area has the same properties as the overall image and a local noise is to be reduced simply by averaging. The adaptive expression for obtaining f cap xy based on this assumption can be written as f cap xy is equal to g of x, y minus sigma n square upon sigma l square g of xy minus mn. The figure A shows the circuit board image corrupted this time by additive Gaussian noise of a zero mean and a variance of 1000. This is a significant level of noise corruption, but it makes an ideal test bed on which to compare relative filter performance. The figure B is the result of processing the noisy image with an arithmetic mean filter of a size 7 by 7. The noise was smoothed out, but at the cost of significant blurring in the image. Similar comments are applicable to figure C, which shows the result of processing the noise image with a geometric filter and also of a size 7 by 7. The difference between these two filter images are analogous, only the degree of blurring is different. The figure D shows the result of using the adaptive filter with sigma n square is equal to 1000. The improvement in this section compared with the two previous filters are significant. In terms of overall noise reduction, the adaptive filter achieves results similar to the arithmetic and geometric mean filter. However, the image filter with the adaptive filter is much sharper. For example, the connected fingers at the top of the image are significantly sharper in the figure D. Other features such as holes and the 8 legs of the dark component on the lower left side of the image are much clearer in figure D. These results are typical of what can be achieved with the adaptive filter. Then next type of filter is adaptive median filter. Adaptive median filter is designed to eliminate the drawback faced by standard median. The main advantage of adaptive median filter is the size of the kernel surrounding the corrupted image is variable, due to which better output result is obtained. Consider The following notation like ZMIN is equal to minimum intensity value of S of xy, Zmax is equal to maximum intensity value in Sxy, Zmed is equal to medium of intensity values in Sxy, Zxy is equal to intensity value at coordinate x, y, Smax is equal to maximum allowed size of Sxy. The adaptive medium filtering algorithm work in the two stages, denoted stage A and stage B as follows. Stage A is equal to A1 is equal to Zmed minus Zmin, A2 is equal to Zmed minus Zmax. If A1 is greater than 0 and A2 is less than 0, go to stage B, else increase the window size. If the window size is less than equal to Smax, repeat the stage A, else output Zmed. Stage 2, stage B, B1 is equal to Zxy minus Zmin, B2 is equal to Zxy minus Zmax. If B1 is greater than 0 and B2 is less than 0, output Zxy, else output Zmed. The key to understand the mechanism of this algorithm is to keep in the mind that it has a three main purposes: to remove salt and pepper noise, to produce smoothing of the other noise that may not be impulsive, and to reduce distortion such as excessive thinning or thickening of object boundaries. The values Zmin and Zmax are considered statistically by the algorithm to be impulse-like noise component, even if these are not the lowest and the highest possible pixel value in the image. Figure A shows that the circuit board image corrupted by salt and pepper noise with the probabilities PA is equal to PB is equal to 0.25, which is 2.5 times the noise level used in figure A. Here, the noise level is high enough to observe most of detail in the image. As a basic for comparison, the image was filtered first using the smallest median filter required to remove most visible traces of impulse noise. A 7x7 median filter was required to do this. The result is shown in figure B. Although the noise was effectively removed, the filter caused significant loss of detail in the image. For instance, some of the connector fingers at the top of the image appear distorted or broken. Other image details are similarly distorted. Figure C shows the result of using the adaptive median filter with Smax is equal to 7. Noise removal performance was similar to the median filter. However, the adaptive filter did a better job of preserving sharpness and detail. The connector figures are less distorted, and some other features that were either distorted beyond recognition by the median filter appear sharper and better defined in figure C. Next type is periodic noise reduction by frequency domain filtering. Periodic noise can be reduced significantly via frequency domain filtering. On this, we use a notch reject filter with an appropriate radius to completely enclose the noise spikes in the Fourier domain. The notch filter rejects frequency in predefined neighborhoods around a center frequency. First one is band reject filter. A band reject filter is useful when the general location of the noise in the frequency domain is known. A band reject filter blocks frequencies within the chosen range and lets frequencies outside of the range pass. This figure represents from the left to right perceptive plot of ideal, Butterworth and Gaussian band reject filter. One of the principal applications of band reject filtering is for noise removal in applications where the general location of noise components in the frequency domain is approximately known. A good example in an image corrupted by alodic periodic noise can be approximated as a two-dimensional sinusoidal function. It is not difficult to show that the Fourier transform of the sine consists of two impulses that are mirror images of each other about the origin of a transform. Then next type of filter is band pass filter. Band pass filter can be used to isolate or filter out certain frequency that lie within a particular band or range of frequency. The cutoff frequency or FC point in a simple RC passive filter can be accurately controlled using just a single resistor in a series with a non-polarized capacitor, and depending upon which way around they are connected, we have seen that either a low pass or a high pass filter is obtained. Band pass filter performs the opposite operation of band reject filter. How the transfer function h of BPUV of the band pass filter is obtained from the corresponding band reject filter with the transfer function HBRUV by using the equation HBPUV is equal to 1 minus HBRUV. This figure shows that image heavily corrupted by sinusoidal noise of various frequency. The noise components are easily seen as a symmetric pair of a bright dot in the Fourier spectrum shown in figure B. In this example, the components lie on an appropriate circle about the origin of the transform. So a circularly symmetric band reject filter is a good choice. Figure C shows a Butterworth band reject filter of order 4 with the appropriate radius and width to enclose completely the noise impulses, since it is desirable in a general to remove as little as possible from the transform. Sharp, narrow filters are commonly in a band reject filtering. The result of filtering in figure A with the filter is shown in figure D. The improvement is quite evident. Even small details and textures were restored effectively by the simple filtering approach. This figure represents noise pattern of the image in above figure obtained by bandpass filtering. Next type of filter is notch filter. Notch filter are used to remove repetitive spectral noise from an image, are like a narrow high pass filter, but then they notch out frequency other than the DC component, attenuate a selected frequency and some of its neighbor, and leave other frequencies of Fourier transform relatively unchanged. This filter performs exactly the opposite function as the notch reject filter. Their transfer function is given by the equation h of NPUV is equal to 1 minus h of NRUV, where h of NPUV is the transfer function of notch pass filter corresponding to the notch reject filter with the transfer function h of NRUV. This figure represents perspective plots of ideal, Butterworth and Gaussian notch filter. The next type of filter is inverse filtering. Inverse filtering is the process of receiving the input of the image from its output. It is simplest approach to restore the original image once the degradation function is known. The material in this section is our first step in studying restoration of an image degraded by a degradation function h, which is given or obtained by a method such as follows. The simplest approach of restoration is a direct inverse filtering, where we compute and estimate f cap uv of the transform of the original image simply by dividing the transform of the degraded image g of uv by the degradation function. F cap uv is equal to g of uv upon h of uv. The division is an array operation. Substituting the right side of the equation, then we get f cap uv is equal to f of uv plus n of uv upon h of uv. This figure represents restoring and the result of using the full filter result with a edge cutoff outside the radius of 40 and outside radius of 70 and outside radius of 85. Thank you guys. In next lecture we are discuss about remaining type of filters.